To remind you, if you haven't already noticed, there is a guest register at the table towards the back there for Bud and Kathy. There are two different lists, so if you haven't signed in, would you put your name down there so they'll have something to remember this evening by, and we'll be having the meal in about 10 minutes. Thank you.
You have to stop and think, well, what the heck is a retirement? Have to check the book. What is a retirement? I didn't know, so I checked with Mr. Webster, a friend of mine, and he said retirements, superannuations, or something the same thing. To retire, to give up active participation in a business or occupation because of advanced age. Now, some of it fits, but some of it doesn't. To be out of date. How about that one? How about disqualified from work? Usually on a pension. especially because of old age. Does any of that fit? How about that? Huh?
Just keep on talking.
How about to draw back from an area of combat? That fits. That fits. To seize batting, although not out. Or retire a batter by strikes. I don't know about bats, but Bud's pretty good with yardsticks. I got a son who said he had to stand in front of the class with an encyclopedia in each hand, and when the encyclopedia dropped, he'd hit him with a yardstick. I don't know if it did any good, I don't think so. Another one, how about to seek privacy? Are you seeking privacy? There's not much privacy in southern Manitoba or Venezuela, I don't think. Well, the last but not least, to go to bed. How about that? We all do that. We're not retired. Wishful thinking. Okay, I'd like to introduce some of our out-of-town guests here tonight. I don't know how you want to do it. You want to save your applause to the end and make one loud noise for everybody as they stand up. Anyway, we have Tony and Laura Garofalo from Thunder Bay. Tony, stand up. Laura. We got Morris Dalla from Dryden. And Norman Dalla from Dryden. With a name like that, they can't be far from being pretty good guys, England.
Sometimes.
Yeah. How about Mike and Helen Dalla from Middleborough? Not here? We're going to bump this here. Lena Rocher from Thunder Bay? Jim Zaharek from Thunder Bay? Judy and Karen Bonham-Font from Thunder Bay? Walter Frosty from Zoda. Hey! How about Kenny Frosty from Brandon? Go ahead and read. Tell me to put my glasses on. I knew it had to do with mentioning. Barbara Shandon from Thunder Bay. Rick and Kelly Sobering from Winnipeg. Helen McGregor from Winnipeg. No? Ivan Iwatso, Thunder Bay. I don't know if Howard Hampton's here yet, but he will be here. I was talking to him a little earlier. But anyway, Howard Hampton, our MPP, will be here. We have Robert and Iris Ozachuk from Rainy River. And that looks like it, the whole list. I don't know, Bud, if I should tell any dirty stories about you. Yeah? I do know one story of a gentleman that was driving through your area near Zoda, and he saw a nude jogger. Can you imagine that in Zoda? And anyway, as he rode rolled down his window, he thought it was pretty funny, so he hollered at him. He says, "Hey, are you a pole vaulter?" He says, no, I'm not Paul, Ukrainian son of a gun. How'd you know my name was Walter? We have some presentations tonight. The first one from our separate school board, St. Pat's board. And the presentation will be made by our chairman, Ed Morissette, who happens to be celebrating his 39th birthday tonight. How about a happy birthday to Ed?
Merci, Ben. Thank you, Ben. Bonne chance, Madame Peterson. Une fête d'or. Bonne chance à tout vos travail. Merci bien des fois pour enseigner français à l'école Saint-Pat. I'd like to call Mrs. Peterson up, please. On behalf of the ratepayers and the board, St. Pat's board, and all of you here, I would like you to present this two gifts on you, and good luck on your venture.
Thank you very much.
And on this side we have the Zora Cat from Manitoba, Monsieur Bella. Monsieur Bella, will you come forward, please, on behalf of the board of St. Pat and the ratepayers and all who is here this evening. Congratulations and the best to you, and I hope you grow good mushrooms in Zora.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
How come you got two of them?
That's a question I gotta find out.
You'll be under the table with him. Thank you very much, Ed, Bud, Kathy. I'd like to acknowledge the arrival of our MP, Mr. Hampton, who's here now, and if you could stand and say hello, Howard. Thank you very much. Now we got some real entertainment. We've got a skit and song prepared by the staff for Kathy. You'll have to listen to this one, but
I always listen.
you need a cue.
Now, can you hear me? What on earth are we going to do for Kathy? This was the perplexing question. After many, many, many hours of brainstorming, we came up with a few incidences which have taken place over the last few years. We have taken these incidences and created a skit. Students of St. Pat's will always remember Kathy for her French bingo games. The following skit is based on such a game, and key words will cause Kathy to flash back to some past experiences. To help our audience understand, the following skit has been translated into English for you, except for the bingo words.
Bonjour, mes élèves André. Bonjour, Your card? Make sure you have take your card. Take your chips, please. Toss the chips around. Our first game is going to be 2 lines. Listen carefully. The first word is Jacques-tu. Jacques-tu. Second word is gone. Gone. Le prochain mot, la chèvre. Another word, la perruque.
Ah, yes, une perruque. Perruque is French for wig. Oh, yes, Kathy, the famous wig incident. Let us see why this particular incident would cause Kathy to ponder and to shudder.
Now we have a lot to do today, boys and girls, so please behave. Now stop it!
As it turns out, the students never did tell anyone else, but Kathy did. Let's return to our bingo game.
La brosse down. La brosse down. La baignoire. Le ciseau. Le pinceau. La table.
Table. Interesting term. Add Quetico Center to table. Yes, Kathy, the famous Quetico Center and table incident.
Come on, Kathy, let's have a little fun. I don't think Bert is here at all.
They did say to unwind. Maybe we should do something free spirited.
Go for it, Kathy.
You asked for it. The next word, le robinet, le lavabo, oiseau. Madame, I have a bingo. Oh, Francis, it's a bingo. Now, that's a correct bingo. Let's play one more game, please. Can you go back to the premier mot, la fourchette. La fourchette. On utilise la fourchette en orange. The next word is television.
Oh, yes. Here we go again. Picture this. A television, a very frustrated French teacher, and a cart.
Kathy, creative channel tuning again?
No, these cards that say that, they need to be fixed.
Oh, yeah.
As it turns out, It was the older TV, and it hasn't worked any better since.
Actually, it works better now.
That's true. Back to our bingo game.
La bibliothèque, la canal, la cafetière électrique, le coffre à jouets, dormir,
Oh yes, dormir, sleep. If there is one person on staff that has shown a continual lack of sleep, it is Kathy. Why? Watch Marilyn, she's playing Kathy.
Thank you, Mr. Durant, for the help. Teachers, I know that it's been a long week. Mr. McCluskey has managed to keep us here for an hour and a half. But it's really vital. We have to get this balance. Mr. Warren is really expecting a presentation tomorrow night. We really have some very important items that we have to go through. Now, under normal circumstances, I'd ask Mrs. Warren to keep to that. And I'm afraid that we'll just have to count on Kathy to try to stay with it for a while.
Yes. Over the last few years, Kathy has found it extremely hard to stay awake at any meeting which takes place after 3:30. Let's go back to our bingo game.
Working a lot longer to put you to sleep than she ever did.
le banc, la feuille, le chameau, la nuit,
Nuit, night, darkness. Put French in front of night. Yes, French night. A single portrayal is all we need to see what Kathy is like the day of French night.
Joe, yeah.
There she is.
bingo, voici. Gagnant pour vos bonbons. Il faut toujours avoir un bonbon après la clope pour la nuit. Ça va aller, ça n'y va pas. Oui, petite chute de
Kathy, on behalf of the staff, I would like to present you with a token of our appreciation for the wonderful years that you've spent with us. The memories are many. Some of them forgettable. I think your husband enjoyed most of those memories more than you did, because I think you wanted to forget them. Mr. Duran,
Yes.
where are you?
Right here.
Will you need some help?
I don't know which one it is. The big one.
Our very special lady. Really appreciate the time you spent with us, the things you contributed to our staff and to the students in our school.
Believe it or not, I'm speechless.
Of course, you're supposed to be.
That's a good thing.
I just hope that you can open your present.
That I can do, but I must say that throughout all these 21 years that I have been associated with the staff at St. Pat's and the school board, it has been a very good 21 years. I have really, really appreciated everything that the staff and the board have done for me, and they really have made my teaching as easy as French teaching can be.
The senior teachers have tried to help a little bit too.
All teachers have. Thank you very much.
Kathy, you shouldn't mention years though, because some of us around here we're starting to count too. You're dating us.
Well, I dated myself first. This was a pretty big one. Whatever it is.
I don't know, George, you might have to help her out.
Well, I can always overcharge. I need that.
The chairman of the board.
Oh, wow.
It's got wheels.
These wheels on this one.
Don't want you to get the idea we're trying to get rid of you. Look at all this fancy red traveling luggage.
Oh, this is fantastic. It'll be so easy to see on the road. Thank you ever so much.
Thank you.
Title, this is the bud we know.
We have a special table of honor for Bud.
Don't forget generations of
This is the bud we know and love. This is the bud we know. He comes from Manitoba, cross country, so we hear. He's out there years old on the Rat River, so dear. This is the bud we know, we know. This is the bud we know. This is the bud we know and love. This is the bud we know. Egg, garlic, and honey in the country, making extra money for Friday big egg play. This is the bud we know, we know. This is the bud we know. This is the bud we know and love. This is the bud we know. Go out and catch some catfish. You're in his hand. Flying across. This is the bud we know, we know. This is the bud we know. This is the bud we know and love. This is the bud we know. No more report cards or burning the midnight oil. Over are the long-term plans and interviews that boil. This is the bud we know, we know. This is the bud we know. This is the bud we know and love. This is the bud we know. Perfect health, no worries, never missed a day. Swept off his feet by Irma, she's leading him astray. This is the bud we know, we know. This is the bud we know. This is the bud we know and love. This is the bud we know. Heading off to Alaska for a honeymoon, they say. Need a double sleeping bag, single one away. This is the bud we know, we know. This is the bud we know. This is the bud we know and love. This is the bud we know. Enjoy your walks with Sweet Pea, your cake in the tent. We'll miss your teasing humor. Happy retirement!
That was beautiful. Honest. Now the next act, I think the staff has gone to no expense to bring an entertainer from far away. It's somebody that Bud has looked forward to. For an awful long time. He's talked about her, I think, all his teaching career. She's a husky girl. I think we got a hold of her in her front office in Dollywood. I I don't think she was putting on the false front. But, ladies and gentlemen, right from Dollywood, here's Dolly. If you're not speechless, but I am. Yes, I know, but we'll stay close to you. It's my privilege on behalf of the staff to present some gifts to you, Bud. Do you think you're up to it yet? It is my privilege on behalf of the staff to present these gifts to Bud. And we won't date each other, but we've been around here for a while. One thing I think we'll probably always miss in the wintertime, though, are Bud's tracks in the snow. Bill will never get over that, and he still cannot figure out why these tracks in the snow kept going away from the school. If you have a free moment, Bud, you can come back and explain it again. So on behalf of the staff, Bud, where do you want to start?
Will you make the open?
Oh, yes. Unless you'd like some help.
Well, get Dolly to help. Yeah, where's Dolly?
Notice the color.
Gurgle?
Yeah. Could be. Go ahead. That's a barbecue. Whoa, you're in here.
We're just going to take a few moments till part 3 begins.
Kind of time for me, for Kathy and Gord to be going away after having the wonderful privilege of knowing them for all the years that we've been in Atikokan. And our hearts are just thrilled at the thought, too, of them going to Venezuela to teach missionaries' children there. And it has been given to me the great honor and privilege of making a presentation to Kathy tonight on behalf of, I guess it would be on behalf of everyone here. So I'm just going to go over to show what the presentation is and just make a remark about it. Kathy, when we make this presentation to you, this is not it. This is only a copy of it, okay? Because there's some arrangements being made with it, the one that's coming. So when we see this, this is just a copy of it.
Oh my goodness. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Bert and Kathy. And now, on behalf of all the guests attending here tonight, we have a presentation to Bud by Tony Garofalo. Tony was a teacher here in 81, 2, 3, 4-ish in there. And we're always glad to see him come back. Tony?
It is very seldom that I get the opportunity to speak to an intelligent audience like yourselves. And it is only fitting that the presenter is as intelligent as the audience. When I came to Atikokan back in 1980, some of you may know me already, some of you may not. I had just followed Mr. Morrison's telephone instructions, and I had just gone through a nightmare trying to get to St. Pat's. And when I get into the parking lot, guess who the first person I met was? I didn't know his name at the time, but it turned out to be Bud Ballard. Being new on staff, well, the staff didn't even know me yet at the time. I didn't want to really create any hassle, so I saw this adult-looking person walking towards the school. And I kind of asked them if, in fact, teachers had assigned parking spots. And he looked at me and leaned over and said, "Pardon me?" I said, "Well, for obvious reasons, he does not understand what I'm saying. I will repeat that." I said, "Excuse me, but do teachers at this school have assigned parking spots?" He leaned over and said, and I kind of asked myself, I hope that this guy doesn't have to long before he retires. I stayed in Atikokan from 1980 to 1983, and I'm very happy to say that I was actually part of Bud's first 3 years of retirement already. It was throughout these years that actually our friendship grew and developed, and all because of very strange common factors. For example, we both liked going mushroom picking. I think we did that because it was the only time our intellects didn't feel threatened. The other thing that we had in common, I found out later, was smells. You know, I mean, what can smells do to two intelligent people, right? And of course, the old day, where we spent many evenings with Mr. Meany. You can see that our friendship actually grew out of our stomachs, not necessarily our character. And probably that's, I think it is a sign that has withstood the test of time. Throughout these years, I learned that Bud takes very good care of himself. And of course, we all know the fact that he eats garlic for his colds. We also, well, you may not know this, but I know because I knew him well. And he probably would deny this, but he actually wears a shower cap so that he doesn't lose any more hair. And, you know, this man, he tries to give you the impression he's really macho, you know, and especially if you see him on his farm and so on. But, and maybe the gentleman in the audience will appreciate this, he's actually one of the few people I know that actually gets out of the shower to take a pee. He tells me that he does this because he doesn't want to catch athlete's foot, and he doesn't. And he doesn't really know what sport he's going to go into. You know, it is often thought that teachers only have an impact on students, and yes, I think that is obvious. I think some we straighten out and it's obvious, and some we screw up and it's obvious. But we also have an impact on other teachers, especially those teachers that are just starting out. And as we spend time at Nappers, early mornings and so on, Bud took it upon himself to give me all kinds of advice so that I could be a successful teacher.
What did he tell you?
Was that Ralph? One of the first things that he told me was, Tony, make sure that if throughout your career, if your principal is right, make sure you're the first one to tell him that he is. And if he is wrong, there will be another big mouth and stuff that will let him know that, so stay away from it. He also told me that you should always be helpful to the other staff members. Some you can help by telling them what to do, and some you can help by telling them where to go. He said that most importantly, be very, very patient with the man who makes your checks, even if he's wrong 9 out of 10 times. Because if you say something, you'll be wrong 10 out of 10 times. He also told me, roughly about 10 years ago, that the number one or the most important people in a school were the custodians. Well, the situation now is certainly obvious, but at that time it wasn't. But he also told me that the second most people in a school are the students. And because of the students, I think he told me that, I know he told me to make sure to be at school early and to stay at school late, to make sure the students, if they wanted attention from a teacher, they could seek you out and you could do that. He also told me that you should be fair to all students, even if you don't like the parents. and that you should be fair to all parents, even if you don't like the students. He told me that you should reward all students for their achievements. Some you can reward for how well they do things, and some you reward for the fact that they can do it at all. He also gave me a lot of other advice that I think has helped me become a better teacher, and I think there have been a lot of other teachers that have had an input into what kind of teacher I am today, that are here present today. But I feel very fortunate that in my early years of teaching, I was able to spend some time with Bud and call him a colleague. And I'm very thankful for the fact that I can look back and very proud to say that Bud has remained a very special friend. I would like to call upon Bud at this time to present with the gift from all of you for his special friendship. Bud? Two chairs, the table, the umbrella. Hopefully you'll be able to sit at Zoda under his shade tree, and we can drink some wine and beer together. Thank you, Bud.
Thank you very much, Tony. You're a hard act to follow. But next, representing the government of Ontario, I'd like to ask Howard Ampton to come forth. He has a presentation to both Bud and Kathy.
Thank you very much, and thank you all for the invitation to attend. This has indeed been a very pleasant evening. I'm not sure the Minister of Education knows everything that transpires at St. Patrick's School. I'm not sure that he ever will. I think, Kathy and Bud, it's very obvious that the people who worked with you and the people who know you in this community hold you in very, very high regard. I think that's very obvious. I know from my 4 years of teaching, I wasn't always a politician, but I know from my 4 years of teaching that when your colleagues who have taught with you for as many years as you have taught hold you in this kind of regard, that it says everything about your character and about how you have been with your coworkers and how you have been with your students. So I'm not going to say anything more than that. I'm just very pleased to present you with these two small gifts on behalf of the province of Ontario, and I'd ask you to come forward and accept them now, please. They're just little plaques from the province, through me, and on your retirement, I'm very honored to give you this. It's a gift from the province, and Kathy, one for you as well. And I hope you will wear them with pride and in recognition of all of the years of dedicated work that you put in for this community. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Howard. And now, missing, because he's very conspicuous because he isn't here, is our former principal, Mr. Morrison. Now, he sure hated to miss this event, and yet he had already made his deposit for his annual Lake Nipigon fishing trip. I'd like my assistants to come forward now, and the technical people who can run the tape player. I have a tape from Bill on Lake Nipigon.
both know that I will be thinking or put them into my system another way. I don't know. But since you're retired, maybe it might be a good idea if you come out to camp and show me use these garden clothes. Because if you don't, I'm just going to stick. As you all know, Buddy Boy has a very dry sense of humor. I remember about 2 years ago, in the bleak of winter, I arrived at school about 8 o'clock in the morning. It had snowed all night long, and the only prints in the snow were mine, until I got to the school. And I saw this set of footprints coming out of the school. Right away, things were going through my mind. Was somebody in the school during the night? Did they rip us off? I don't know. I found out 4 days later that Bud walked backwards into the school. Mind you, you've been walking backwards ever since. I sure hope you can turn him around, Irma. And my dear Catherine, retirement's upon you. You no longer have to catch your 40 winks during staff meetings. Take all the time in the day for those. I understand you slept through a few of McCluskey's staff meetings. Don't worry about it, Kathy. It's all over now. In that letter of recommendation I wrote for you, I didn't tell the superior that you had this sleeping sickness. For God's sakes, don't screw up down there. Remember, the heat is much more severe than it is up here, and the tendency to sleep is going to be a lot greater. You know, I'd really like to give this little talk to you in French, but I don't think there's too many on the staff that would understand me. The time has now come that I have to sever these words of communication, but before I do so, I would just like to say, Bud and Kathy, that your years of retirement are filled with longevity and happiness, and may God bless both of you. But I sure hope you enjoy your long time with Irma in the Sunshine Home. Kathy, you and Gordon have a good time down in Venezuela. I'll be thinking about you. Love you all.
Thank you, Billy. The last item on the agenda is miscellaneous. Oh, no, it's not. I have one more. There's Mr. Duran has a presentation on behalf of the Ontario English Catholic Teachers Association.
Join me, Catherine, please. Harder than I thought. Dearest Kathy, your pleasant nature, your brilliant smile, do fit. And truly Christian spirit will deeply be missed. You have touched us all right to the heart, and you will always be remembered. From our provincial president of Owexda, Eileen Lennon, I'm honored to present a certificate of appreciation and congratulations. Not done yet. From the local members of the executive, you will be receiving shortly a gold pin, a gold pin. And from the teachers of our local unit, we have a few gifts.
Reminds me of Christmas. Isn't that beautiful? A peaceful spirit is one that is harmony with itself and the world around it. Thank you.
Kathy has served the teachers as negotiator, grievance officer, and most recently as our vice president. From all of us to you, may God bless your endeavors, and may you enjoy your retirement.
Thank you very much.
Join me, please, Bud. Bud. What will we ever do without your sense of humor? You have kept the staff informed over the years about truly crucial matters, such as when the principal was away, who was pregnant, and most importantly of all, the hours of operation of both the Old A and the Legion. We've all been touched by your caring and concern. In your own way, you have left fond memories with each and every one of us. I have a certificate of appreciation and congratulations from our President, Eileen Lennon. Also, you'll be receiving from the local executive a gold electric pin. And from the teachers of our unit, we have an additional 2 chairs for your patio set, where you can sit back and kick up your feet. Bud has served as our local communications officer for a number of years, making sure teachers received any mailings from our provincial office. We wish you a happy and fun-filled retirement.
This kind of concludes the formal presentations. I think I'd like to see both Bud and Kathy ask them if they'd like to say a few words before we close off.
Bud and I, ahead of time, agreed that he would do the talking and I would do the thinking. So, on this playing thank you for everything, I'll hand it over to Bud and let him do his talking, and I'll go down there and sing.
Please come and help me. Go, Bud. Like this? It took me 22 years to come here on this stage. And the way I feel right now, in 22 seconds, I think I forgot my speech. Kathy, a couple days ago, I phoned Bill Morrison. I said, Morrison, I'm going to give a long, long speech. I was going to talk for about 22 minutes. He says, Bella, you talked for me for 22 years. I haven't heard you say for 2 minutes any kind of a speech. Well, I'm kind of worried about this speech after all. A lot of people are watching me performing here. I asked Finn Warren, I said, Finn, what am I supposed to say something, something really concrete around here? He said, well, don't worry. Start off a little bit with English, and then finish off with Ukrainian. That sounds quite good, you know, but you know what's happening to Ukrainian language. It is getting extinct. My speech will be in English with French accent. Walking down the street in Anacoca, and people come up to me and they say, what are you planning to do once you retire? Everybody wants to know. So do I. I say I like to start some sort of a business. Well, sounds good. Went to Bob Michaels and said, how about getting for me some sort of a grant? I said, listen here, before you get my grant, I gotta know exactly what kind of business you're talking about. I couldn't tell him. He wanted names. Then I started to think about the import and export business. Excellent idea, you know. Kathy's going way out to Venezuela. Found out and I looked into the atlas, and sure enough, Venezuela is bordering Colombia. I said, Kathy, you know what? She said, Bob, get the out of your mind right now. Bert would not like it at all.
This is on the tape.
Anyways, people, I think I want to be a politician. You guys gonna vote for me? When you're a politician, you can say a lot of things, and usually get away with it. That's what I like to do. If I can survive this speech, Howard, you see me after this speech and you give me a hint if I have a chance of running someplace. I'm looking around here, but I don't see Dennis Brown. So don't tell Dennis I might compete against him.
Send him to Zoda, Howard.
Howard, I hope you're keeping a good note on my speech here. Anyways, the party. That's a good question. What party should I run for? Down west they have the Poor Party. I thought of starting a More Party. The more parties you have, the more fun you have. When I'm watching television, you see some of these politicians. I got one politician in my mind. He's my idol. John Crosby. John, boy, he's my style. He can say a lot of things, and then he says he never said it. You remember that episode with Sheila Cox? He said to Sheila something like this. He says, Sheila, let's have some tequila. Tonight is the night. He got away with it too, didn't he? Just imagine, a teacher saying something like this. You know what would happen to you? You'd be charged for harassment. Or you'd be called to the office. John Crosby was called to the office too. Oh yeah, he was. I got proof.
don't believe me, eh? This information leaked out from Michael Wilson's office. I'm going to give you some example what happened between Brian Mulroney and John Crosby. Bear with me. John, you have made some nasty remarks about Sheila. Mila doesn't like that. You know, if you ever watch television, John Crosby closes his eyes when he tells you these things. Right. I didn't say those things. I didn't. It's a misunderstanding. It's a misunderstanding. Don't believe it. Don't believe it. John, I'm going to send you to Newfoundland. I'm going to let you catch fish. You understand? You've been stepping on my chin long enough. Right. Don't send me to Newfoundland. There is no fish. Send me to Algonquin, Lindsay's farm. They got more fish. Poor John. I kind of sympathize with the guy because some misunderstanding also happened to me one day. I invest a little bit of money in stocks, and I have some investment being done overseas. And then you get a check, they call it dividend, and they usually say to the bottom that there will be a certain exchange you have to pay when you cash that check. Fine and dandy. I keep all my money in the Royal Bank, Tom Cox. So, I came over to the Royal Bank, nice looking women. I approached one of the tellers, and I want you to listen to this, and you tell me what's wrong, what I've said. I said something like this. I said, how much will you take off if I let you cash this check? Bang! I said, lady, what's wrong? She said, that should take all the interest from you. I'm just warming up. Page 2. I feel great, you know. You people have no idea how much I sweated before I came here. A couple days ago, I went to see Ed, my principal. I And I said to Ed, I like to say some good things about my colleagues with the teachers and other people on the staff. Since all these years that I've been with them, a lot of times I've probably said some mean things, and maybe I wanted it to be as a joke, but they must have taken it differently. But anyways, I said to Ed, I like to say some real nice things about all the people I work with. Ed says, no problems. But he says, I want long-range plan. I said, Ed, give me a break. I just want to say a few lines. So we made an agreement. Things happen. So I'll go through most of the people that I associate with. Tom Fox.
Don't say it.
Tommy and I have been friends for a long, long time. Anytime I see Tommy, he's always asked me, but when is the Ukrainian Christmas? He says, you know what? That's the only time my wife will allow me to eat garlic sausage. Anyways, I came to Tom's office because I was retiring and I had to talk to him. And I said, Tommy, I'll be retiring this year. He says, Bella, with your money, you should have 10 years ago. I have here a form for you, Tommy, to fill. Tommy takes the form, got a big book. Flipping the pages. Bella, 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 Bella. Oh, yeah, he says. Your name starts with the P, so you must be the front page. Bella, he says, Bodan. What a strange name. You see, those Ukrainian people must be stocked up for first names. So I said to Tom, I hope you don't make a mistake. And I might not get enough money on my pension. He says, you teachers, that's all you think about is money. I said to him, did you have been working for St. Pat's, Tommy? He said, Bella, without me, this school would fall apart. Marie. I feel sorry for Marie because for 20 years or so I've been watching Marie running back and forth between the two schools. And I said, Marie, would you please slow down? I said, Marie, if you were a car, you would have to go to Hennessy Motors and have your wheel landed. Poor Marie, you know what happened to her? She had to go and see a doctor after all. She had to recap her knees. Lila, you're just a bundle of joy. Every morning when I see you with that big smiling face, and I say, Lila, have you got a joke for me? Lila says, you want a bad one or a good one? Marcella. I feel sorry for Marcella too. Marcella had, what would you say, a bad accident with the handling of the chicks. You see, what happens is that she has this incubator, and every springtime she gets some farmer from the farm some chicken eggs, and she tries to incubate them. Well, this year it just happened that none of those eggs hatched out. And she came to me, she asked, said, "Bob, you come from the farm. Something went wrong." And I said, "You bet you." He said, "Something wrong with the roosters." I said, "Yes, it must be the roosters." But she said, "That farmer told me that there were 4 roosters at least." She said, "Don't you think are those roosters by any chance are?" I said, "You can never tell." Nowadays, this is time society, even the animals might go haywire. Margaret, you're my big A organizer. All these smiles every morning. When you compliment her, she tells you she gives you a real good answer. For example, you say to her, "You sure look good today." Oh, she says, "Get lost." Margaret, you're wearing a beautiful dress. You're crazy. Margaret, you have my stockings, the line so straight this time. You're sick. Margaret, we love you. Don't tell it to your husband. Jude, I got to warn you ahead of time, people. You probably didn't know this, but she's my honey. Oh, wait a minute, Jordan. I want to clarify this. Trust me. She buys millions of pounds of Manitoba honey from me. And I usually ask Jude, I said, "What are you doing with all that honey?" She said, "Bob, I just feed it to my husband, and he just as mellow as can be." Hear this. 10 to 9. Intercom. Eunice Bank, phone call. No Eunice. All of a sudden, you see this red streak going through the handler. Here comes Eunice. I found out that Eunice is running to the town office and asking that Hemlock Street become a racetrack. Marilyn. Marilyn doesn't know when to stop. It's working. Lights are on all the time. She's like Florence Nightingale. Florence Nightingale, I recall, was looking after the patients. Marilyn looks after the notebooks. Long into the night. Matter of fact, I think the school board was kind of leery about the whole operation. They're trying to wonder what Marilyn was doing all this time. Then they suggested maybe she was studying for her university courses. It's not true, we know that. Harry, Corey, thank you for saving us.
she's the one that came and gave all the music. She was so good that she had some of the teachers dancing in the hallways. Karen, please come back. I like to come back once in a while to St. Pat's and start making predictions when you're going to take a year off again. Joe. Joe is the guy who arranges all the goodies to come in every Friday. So he also finds out when the people have their birthdays. What happens now is that Joe is not only bringing in the birthday cake, but he likes to know how old the women are. You should call him Joe Friday, the drug man. Gail, she is my big A supporter. She's always a busy teacher. Walking by her room, I said, Gail, what are you doing there? Sometimes she's working by the blackboard, she's writing things down. Other times she's working by the sink, trying to unplug it. Kathy, we've been together for so many years. Wish you the best of luck in South America. I want you to do me a favor. Learn a new dance. I think they call it lumbango, or something like that. Anyway, Captain, get the step going anyways. When you come back sometimes, you show me how it goes, okay? Bernadette, thank you for saving my life with the art. We have stopped making any predictions about you, I think. Bernadette has been raising fish now. Most of the time they're pregnant. Gee, where are you, Gee? Give me that laugh. Gee! Don't disappoint me. Where is he, anyways? He's a St. Pat's prophet. I'm very proud of Gee. Gives us a laugh every time when he's in a happy mood. Best of luck to you, Gee. And, oh yeah, I heard that he likes to take drama courses. Peter! Where are you, Peter? Got to tell a little story about Peter. You've been here for a couple of years or so. I think it was the first year when he came in here. I saw Peter standing in the middle of the yard. So I said, Peter! Peter! Doesn't turn because he has a hard time hearing. Finally he turned around and he says, what do you want? I said, Peter, how come you're looking all over the place? He said, you know what? There's quite a bit of bush around this. He said, have you ever thought about fires? I said, no, we always fires. We come out of the rooms. No, he says, I mean the real fire, the bush fires. I said, no. Well, you know what happened? A few days or so, all of a sudden there's a big commotion. So I asked somebody, what's going on? Well, see, so Pete and the boys down there practicing with a fire drill. Trudy? We'll be looking after your plants. Trudy always brings in the plants to me. She would say, but, you know, you come from Manitoba, big farmer. You should know something about plants. I said, I certainly do. You just give them to me and I'll nurse them back to health. So she gives these plants to me. And after a few months or so, I return them to her. And sure enough, she says, oh my goodness gracious, what do you do to these plants? I say, I'll talk to them. Can't be. She says, Gee, Spencer, in my room, there's all these women coming to talk to me. I said, no, you gotta have a special kind of a talk. What kind is that, she said. I said, Ukrainian talk. Oh, she said, that language is good for something after all. Marianne is when she walked into the staff room, and if you want to get a smile out of Marianne, you just say Toronto, and she is just beaming. I want to talk to you about one more person now. Harold, I feel guilty. We have imposed this law where you have no more smoking. So poor Harold. We had this so-called Democratic vote, you know. But Harold, just to be on the record, you know, I voted for you. Anyways, during Easter time, when you watch some of these movies, and they have where the Christians were thrown into the lions during the Roman days, and they really put this, you know, they believe in Jesus, they threw them into the dungeons. And then they sent these lions after them, the gladiators. Well, same thing happened to Harold. You know what we did? We put him in the basement. A dungeon in St. Pastor, into the basement. Did we send lions after Harold? No. Did we send gladiators after Harold? No. You know what we did? We sent cold Arctic air right down into the dungeon.
Summer now, bud.
These smoking laws, you know, they're getting out of hand. If they say now that even when you die, you have the choice to pick on the cemetery, either a smoking or a non-smoking area. And have a smoke me. Page 3.
How many pages are there?
I want to thank the St. Pat School Board and Mr. Morrison for hiring me. I want to thank Ann McCluskey for letting me have such a good year. Keep up the good work, Ann. I like your style. Continue to be cheerful every morning like you do. It's a real good thing. I mean, I want to thank the different groups of people for arranging this special day. I really enjoyed myself. Without you people, this night would be not possible. To the people that came from near and far, you have made a day for me to remember. Sounds like a funeral, eh? To remember for a long, long time. Supposed to be a tough guy. Therefore, I want to drink a toast to you. Just sit there, if you have a bottle or whatever, and just give me a second. that make a night for me to remember for a long, long time. I want to drink a toast to you because I love you. God bless you. Dai Bože.
What can I say after that? Here's a guy that hasn't said 10 words at a public gathering in the last 20 years. But, Harold, you were going to give me the highball if there's anything under miscellaneous. Kathy back, you want that? Ed McCluskey, our principal, okay. Come on, Ed.
Thank you, Ben. I've only had the privilege of working with these two for not even a full year. One school year. Come to know them both fairly well. I feel a little cheated. I'm losing two super teachers. And it's hard to replace people of that quality. We will have people come in. And, there will be teachers in the classroom, but I think there'll be a little bit of Bud and Kathy around that school for a long, long, long time. Thank you.
Good night.
Thank you very much, Ed, and I think, as Ed said, we can call it a night now, or enjoy the bar as long as you want, and maybe we'll close it off with a round of applause for both our retirees.